Hi everybody, thank you for watching. I'm so excited about today's video because I feel like it's been a little bit since I've done like a natural, everyday type of makeup look. I know I love doing like full contour, highlight, and all that good stuff, but I also really love a quick, easy, natural routine. So in today's video, I partnered with NYX to showcase some really big trends for summer, which are bushy brows, faux freckles, and just like really glowy skin. So if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, then please keep watching. To start off today's look, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. I'm going to be mixing a little bit into my hands and applying it all over my face. So I wanted to use like a hydrating primer for today's look because I want it to be like a really fresh, natural look. For foundation, I'm going to take a little bit of this Stellar foundation in the color S10. I'm just doing 2 pumps because I only want a little bit. This actually might even be more than expected. So it looks a little bit off, but once it's blended in, I've used this color a lot of times. So I'm just going to wipe off any of the excess because we probably could have just used 1 pump. By applying it with your fingers, it's going to give you like a more natural finish. It's going to just kind of like blend nicely into your skin, and it's going to actually look like your skin, which is nice. So as you can see, I have some dark spots from the sun. Wear your sunscreen. So what I like to do is I have this cream concealer. This one's by Carli, and I'm just going to take like a little clean brush and just apply it. It has like a little bit of like a salmon undertone, so I'm just going to apply that on any like the dark spots and just kind of blend it with my finger like lightly. You can see it covers it right up. You just want to use like a very light hand, and then we're going to do powder after. So for underneath my eyes, I have a little bit of some like dark circles. So what I like to do is I like to mix the color cream, which I just did for the dark spots, along with alabaster. And I'm just going to take a little bit of each and just lightly tap it under my eye. You can use your finger as well. I feel whenever I use my finger, it always is like a smoother application. So if you want to do like that more natural look and have it look like your skin, I feel like because it warms up the product with your fingers, it's just a little bit more natural looking. So now to set the little bits of concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Face, and I'm just going to take a little bit with this fluffy brush and just tap it underneath my eyes. Just a little bit. And with a very light hand. So for today's natural look, I wanted to do a really fluffy brow and some faux freckles. So I'm super excited to be showing you guys the Fill and Fluff eyebrow pencil. What's so cool about this, I definitely never heard of anything like this before, so I was really excited to review this for you guys. It's an eyebrow pomade pencil. So if you guys are familiar with a pomade, it usually comes in like a little jar, you have to use a pencil, but this eyebrow brush actually comes with the pomade on the end of it. It has this really cool tip, and it's perfect for a nice bushy natural looking brow. And on the other end, there's a micro paddle brush, which is to fluff, brush, and blend your brows. So I got to play around with this for the past couple of days, and just the brush alone, it really does fluff up your brows. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this in action, but I'm really excited to show you guys. Plus right now, bushy brows are really in, so I feel like a nice natural look, bushy brows, it's like perfect for the summertime. So first, I am going to just brush my eyebrow hairs up. I'm gonna go in with the pomade end, and then I'm gonna go back in with the fluff brush. It's gonna blend and fluff the product into your brows. So this like texture of this brush is super interesting because it really does like fluff up your eyebrow hairs, which is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the pomade end and fill and shape my brows. And you want to use this with a very light hand. And also I'm using this in the color Espresso. It does come 1 shade darker. If I was doing like a full normal face routine where I do like a lot more makeup, I'd probably go in with the black. But since I'm doing like a more natural look, I'm going to go in with the Espresso. It has like this waxy texture to it, but again, it makes your brows look super natural. And you guys know I've been using NYX brow products forever. So I love a good affordable brow. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the fluff end and I'm gonna start fluffing my brows and pushing up the pomade into the whole brow to make it look super natural. And because the pomade has like that waxy finish, you don't need a brow, like a setting gel or anything like that, because this right here, it's going to help keep your eyebrow hairs in place, which is also really cool. I love it. I love this little brush. It's so cool. So here you can see my natural brow versus the fluffed one, which it still has like that very natural look to it, which I love. So let's do the other one. And for like the front part of my eyebrow, if you do a very light stroke, it's going to give you like the perfect fake like hairs. It's going to look like you are drawing in your hairs. But again, use a very light hand. So now we got some bushy brows. Next up, I'm going to take a little bit of this cooler tone bronzer, and I'm going to actually mix the two. And I'm just going to contour a little bit. I like to go like all the way, pretty much cover my whole forehead with bronzer. My 5 head, I should say. People used to make fun of me for it when I was younger, especially, and I just don't care anymore. I like my forehead, thank you so much. Don't forget to do your ears. And then next I'm gonna go in with this Cream Face Glow by Natasha Denona. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger, dab it onto my hand, and then apply it on my cheeks. Like a really pretty natural glow. I'm gonna bridge my nose and a little bit under my brow and my lip. I'm gonna do a little bit of that same contour color and just do a little bit on my nose because I just personally love to do it. You don't have to do it, of course, as precise as me. You could just do like a quick one, or of course you don't even need to contour your nose. I'm gonna take the same contour shades and just do like a little bit into my crease. I feel like whenever I do this, it just makes my eyes look a little bit more awake and open, which I really like. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And I'm gonna take that same brush and do a little bit on my lower lash line as well. You know what I also like to do? Same cream highlighter. Multitasking. Use it everywhere. Just to give you like that extra glow. I'm gonna take a little bit of this brown powder from my bronzer and just apply a little bit on the outer part of my eyelid. And underneath. I like to apply shadow underneath my eyes because I feel like it makes them look more open and like rounded. So like if you smile and you see where your natural crease is, that's where I would suggest putting the shadow down until. So I haven't decided if I want to do lashes, maybe just on the outer. So I'm going to do a little bit of mascara first and then I'll decide. So I'm using this NYX On The Rise Volume Mascara. I love the brush of this. These are my type of brushes. I don't like the fluffy brushes. I like the ones that are like this that really separate the lashes. I took off my lash extensions probably like a week or two ago. Whenever I do, I always have like much thinner lashes. And it's not because they take my lashes out, it's because I have that problem where I like pick them. So that's why sometimes I need to throw on like a little bit of a strip lash. Well, mine end up growing back. So next I'm going to take a little bit of this cream blush. This is Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to do the same thing where I mix it on the back of my hand. And this is a good base for the freckles we're going to do in a little bit. So it's going to have like something for it to stick to. I'm also going to apply some blush on my nose, because when you have like a nice suntan, your nose always gets a little bit pink. Of course my dark spot's back out, but it's fine. It'll look like a freckle. Okay, so now for the faux freckles. I'm gonna do a couple different methods. I did do a faux freckle video probably like 2 or 3 years ago, but I'm gonna take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso to start, and I'm gonna start putting little dots, little freckles, just randomly. I'm gonna do a freckle over my dark spot. Perfect way to cover it up. And another method that I'm gonna also do, I have this eyebrow powder. This one's also by NYX. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the spoolie. And I'm gonna, since I have that cream blush already, it's perfect. I'm going to just apply this over and lightly tap it. And I like to do a little bit at a time because I have tried this before and screwed it up, and that's not what I want to do. So it's so funny because I've talked to people that have real freckles that have seen like this trend that's been going on forever, and they're like, why? It's always like you want what you can't have, you know? So now with this brush, I'm just gonna lightly push so it sticks to the cream blush that I did. And then I'm going to now go in with actual pomade and a super tiny brush. I'm gonna do some darker freckles. So I like using a bunch of different things. That way they're all kind of like different sizes, different colors. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the cream blush. And I'm also gonna put a little bit on my lips. And for lip liner, I'm using Vintage by El Maquillage. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of a lash. I'm gonna cut my Christina WSPs. I'm gonna just do them on the outer edges of my eye. So I'm going to cut these in half. I like these because they're super, super natural. Just adds like a little bit more dimension. One more little coat. I'm gonna keep no mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm gonna do a little more of this. Just a little. I'm gonna do a tiny bit on my eyelid. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really love how like natural and fresh this makeup looks, and honestly, I'm like all about these faux freckles. I haven't done them in a while and I actually kind of miss them. I feel like the older we get, the younger we want to look, and I feel like this look right here is like perfect for exactly that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.